Alright, so the new custom pickguard came in. It was ordered from Dragonfire Guitar Parts. So, Telly pickup in the bridge, Strat pickup in the neck, three-way switch, one volume. That's it. Flat black on a gloss black guitar. I think that'll look cool. It's all shielded in the back, so that's great. We won't have to do any shielding. And so this is family night here at the J-Man residence. So we're just working on a pickguard and we're working on jack-o'-lanterns. So great fun, great fun. Yeah, so I'll do a little soldering, a little pumpkin carving, a little soldering, a little pumpkin carving. So I'll be back when this thing looks more like a mounted pickguard. Okay, well, one of two pumpkins is complete. And the pickguard is not installed, but it's the holes have been filled. However, you know what, Dragonfire, your Telly pickup routes could use some work. No, there's a ton of gaps in there that doesn't need to be there. So for $58 for a plain flat black pickguard, you can do better. All right. Now, to wire this thing. Alright, pumpkin 2 is ready. Good job, honey. And guitar is all wired up. Or pickguard is all wired up, I should say. However, it doesn't work. I gotta go over this. I don't know what I did. So, you know, when you watch YouTube videos and people do wiring jobs and everything's just great and it sounds great. Well, that's not reality. Sometimes you screw up and sometimes you got to backtrack. So I don't know what I did. I have my bridge pickup up here, my neck pickup down here. I have, you know, my switch jumped, you know, for the middle position. I have those jumpers going to the input of the volume. I have the output of the volume going to my jack. I got the ground of my jack going over here and all the ground soldered here. So that should be pretty much it, unless maybe I switched the switch around or something. I don't know. Anyway, I got to figure out what's going on. Alright, first of all, big shout out to 2Bike Mike, who sent me a wiring diagram to help me figure out what the heck was wrong with this thing. I could not get it to work. I started thinking that my volume pot was dead. I started thinking that the switch was bad, or maybe I wired it reverse. And another big shout out to Jock, who's my guitar tech. He as well, I was talking to him earlier before 2Bike Mike, and he sent me a guitar diagram and told me to try reversing my switch. And I tried a bunch of stuff. It still wouldn't work. I couldn't get any sound to come out of these pickups. I know the pickups are good because if I wire the lines from the pickup directly to the jack, they work. So I know the pickups work. I couldn't figure out what's going on. And then I realized, remember at the first part of the video when I said, you know, you always start a build with some excessive shielding, and I said maybe this wouldn't be good. Well, turns out it's not. So what was happening was this positive lug, right? This positive lug of the input jack was making contact when I put this in here like this. It was making contact with the shielding tape at the very back of the cavity. So I had to take a knife and here, let me see if I can show you this here. Get this out of the way. So I had to take a knife and trim. I guess you're not going to be able to see that. There you go. I had to trim away the shielding tape at the very back of the cavity over here because yeah, it was grounding out. So right. So I had the plate. I had the top of the plate touching the shielding tape over here, and then I had the jack, the positive jack, touching the shielding tape as well. So everything was just being kind of grounded out, and there was like nothing. So that's why I thought my volume pot wasn't working, because I couldn't get a signal wiring my pickups directly to the volume pot either. So anyway, so thank you, 2Bike Mike. Thanks, Jack, for all the help. I think I have it under control now. We're going to put this back together and test. Okay, it is done and it works. Thank you, thank you, thank you, 2Bike Mike. He's the real deal, folks. I messed up this switch, and you know, even after I found the grounding issue inside the jack with the shielding tape, I thought I had everything fixed up, and nope, something was still screwed up. I couldn't figure it out. I'm like, I just couldn't see it. And 2Bike Mike sent me a drawing of how to wire these switches, and chatting with him, he explained to me I had the switch totally reversed. So I had the 4 jumpers connected, but they were the wrong 4, and my pickup wires were on the wrong posts. And anyway, it was just, let's just say it's been a long week, and with the new school and everything, and yeah, so anyway, so everything's nice and clean. Gonna put this back together, see what it looks like. Alright folks, hybrid Strat is done. This Music Lily bridge fit absolutely perfectly. It's a great retrofit for, you know, a Mexican Strat. If you have a humbucker route in your Strat, then a Telecaster pickup will fit no problems. I didn't have to do any additional routing. This pickguard from Dragonfire was a perfect fit. All the holes lined up just right. The pure tone jack that I put in here had no issues other than my excessive shielding, and the tip of the jack was touching the shielding, causing a ground out, which caused a bunch of issues. Namely, I didn't have any output because it was grounding everything out. Thanks to 2Bike Mike, that's all fixed. And oh, the neck, yes. So the neck, this is how it turned out. So this is tongue oil. So I stripped all of that thick polyurethane off the neck, and I refinished it with tongue oil, and and I reshaped the headstock. So now my hybrid Strat looks like it has a telly neck. So yeah, it turned out great. And here, I'll just turn it around here so you can see the back. So there we go. Nice and satiny finish, super smooth, no stickiness whatsoever. I might still sand a little bit, and there you go. There's the back of the headstock. The back of the headstock is a little glossier. I kind of didn't sand that down. So 4 coats of tongue oil is all it took, really, to get that finish and get that nice sealed. Get the neck nice and sealed, and you know, where it wasn't absorbing any more oil. So yeah, it's great. It's great. So, and here's the back. So I just, like I said in the earlier video, I'm locking down this bridge. So I just got 5 springs across. Spring is grounded, or the claw is grounded, and it's just one of these little set screws. So that's super easy, and everything fit great. So this big Music Lily brass claw, the Music Lily huge brass bridge block. So it's great. Everything worked out great. So now I just need to restring and set it up. Obviously, intonation. I'm gonna have to polish the frets, because obviously when I oiled the guitar, you know, I got some oil residue on the frets and stuff. That's gonna have to come off. I'm gonna have to sand those down a little bit, and then I'll restring and tune it up, and I'll give you guys a sound clip of what a hybrid Strat with a Strat pickup in the neck and a Tele pickup in the bridge sounds like. I'm really curious to see what it'll sound like in the middle position. That should be cool. But anyway, as of right now, that's it. Take care, guys. I'll be back with the sound demo.